LEX 18 News.
The hunt for two men who broke into a Lexington man's home and shot him. The search for a missing Pulaski County man leads crews to a body, and now two people are behind bars. And a dog attack in Lexington leaves a woman badly hurt.
LEX 18 News at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon and happy Thursday. I'm Josh Breslow. Kristen Flum has the day off. Thanks for joining us on LEX 18 News at 4. Sunny and warm again, but it has to end eventually. Ian Oliver is tracking the chance for some wet weather in your storm tracker forecast. The search is on for two people involved in a home invasion this morning in Lexington. It happened on Mount Foraker Drive. Jennifer McGraw is on the scene in today's LEX 18 Big Story at 4. The search for a missing Pulaski County man led investigators to a body last night, and while there's no positive ID, two people have been arrested. The body was found during the search for 56-year-old Edward Gregory Van Wormer. This morning, police in Richmond County, North Carolina, arrested his son, Jedediah Lee Van Wormer, and Amanda Braddock for evidence tampering. Investigators say they are suspects in that man's disappearance. The body found on Van Wormer's property has been taken to the state medical examiner's office to be identified. No word on a cause of death, and we'll have more on this story tonight on LEX 18 News at 6. A woman was seriously injured this morning during a dog attack inside of her Lexington home. No charges have been filed and no dogs were seized, but that investigation into what happened continues. It was around 10:30 this morning when Animal Care and Control was called out to this home on Woodward Lane. Inside, officers say a pit bull mix attacked another, and a third dog then bit a woman in her 40s who lives in the home. Kristen Banks watched it all unfold.
She went over there, and when she did, a girl dog came around from the other side and bit her arm. I've never seen a dog fight before. I'm startled right now.
The bite victim was taken to UK hospital with a serious but non-life-threatening injury. Officers say they found evidence of 5 dogs, but Banks claims at least 9 live in the home. The maximum allowed without a kennel license is only 7. Animal Care and Control says they've had a previous complaint at this address involving one of the dogs possibly killing another, but no evidence was found and authorities did not seize any of those dogs. Across the street, James Hawkins tells me earlier this year, one of the pit bull mixes killed his dog.
I want to see every one of them dogs put down and then them out of there. When you got dogs like that and you can't control them, you don't need them, especially that many of them.
At this point, no charges have been filed in the case, and there are no plans to seize any of the animals. Investigators in Madison County hope a $1,000 reward will lead to an arrest in a deadly hit and run. Tomorrow night will be 1 week since 71-year-old Billy Croucher was killed while crossing an intersection in Berea. Police say they have no idea who was behind the wheel, and they want to identify the truck involved before the owner has a chance to repair any damage. They're looking for a red pickup with damage to the driver's side door and possible rust spots. While the make and model are still unknown, the pickup was seen in the area of Big Hill Road minutes after that crash.
It's unusual for us to offer a reward at all in any kind of case. But in this one, you know, it's very tragic because this gentleman lost his life. On top of that fact, we just don't have any information, so we felt it was appropriate in this case.
Anyone with information is asked to contact Berea Police. A 5th person arrested in connection to a gang beat-in in a Lexington park made his first court appearance this afternoon. Police say an initiation happened last September at Whitney Young Park, and yesterday 30-year-old Corey Chenault was arrested. According to a warrant, officers say Chenault was one of at least 11 men who took part in a beat-in for the Black Pea Stones gang. 4 other men have already been arrested. The sheriff in Franklin County says over the last few days, a student at Franklin County High School has written racial slurs in a boys' restroom. And this morning, someone discovered graffiti that threatened violence against the school. Deputies say an interview with a student and some evidence led them to suspect that student. Investigators are now working to figure out what kind of disciplinary action and legal steps can be taken. Embattled Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis has lost another bid in her case. Fresh out of jail for defying a federal judge, Davis again asked the judge to postpone his mandate that she issue marriage licenses to all couples. Her deputies began issuing altered documents while she was in jail, including to both same-sex couples who sued her. The clerk's attorneys say she should not have to issue any more while that case is still pending in court. Ford Motor Company has unveiled its new 2017 F-Series Super Duty pickup trucks, and they'll be made in Louisville. They'll feature a high-strength frame and aluminum body panels, making the trucks about 350 pounds lighter, more nimble, and more fuel efficient while increasing towing capacity. New high-tech features include blind spot protection, LED lighting, and what's called a lane departure warning, which ensures drivers do not drift into another lane unintentionally. Time now to cover your nation at 4. A California man is credited with saving several homes during a huge wildfire. Doug Joseph has lived in the area for 73 years, and even though the fire was threatening his property, he refused to leave. Joseph and his friends used their privately owned equipment and worked together to fend off flames, heading at them from 3 different directions. Joseph, along with his family and friends, are responsible for creating a fire line around 500 acres, saving hundreds of animals, 6 homes, and several outbuildings.
It's been my home for 73 years, and it's very important that I keep it 5 generations. It's been on this particular ranch. And you think somebody's going to run us out of here with a little fire? I don't think so.
That fire has charred nearly 71,000 acres in central California. Right now, it's about 87% contained. A townhome explosion in Maryland last night caused a 3-alarm fire, leaving 2 people hurt and several others displaced. A cell phone captured that explosion. 2 people were taken to a hospital, including a Baltimore Gas and Electric employee who suffered burn and blast injuries. The other person had smoke inhalation. 6 structures have been deemed uninhabitable, and the cause of that explosion remains under investigation. 6 people are dead and 7 others hurt after a police chase came to a tragic end in South Texas. It happened southwest of Houston in the small town of Edna. Police say they were trying to pull over a Ford Explorer for a traffic violation when that chase started. During the chase, the SUV flipped with 13 people inside. The crash victims have not all been identified, but some of them are from South America. Investigators say they may have been involved in a human smuggling ring.